Are you happy with the Marvel Spider-Man 2 marketing so far? Marvel Spider-Man 2 marketing is disappointing when you compare it to marketing for Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales' game. It's awful. I'm disappointed with the marketing for Spider-Man 2. Right now, it hasn't been good. Insomniac Spider-Man 2 marketing equals dog shit! It's trash! Hell no. Feels lacking. Not really. No. Everyone that agrees on that should go directly to jail. That's crazy. This Marvel Spider-Man 2 marketing is terrible stigma has been going on for quite some while, and for a somewhat debatable reason, which we definitely will be getting into in this video. But I also will be pointing out why the marketing isn't as bad as you may thought it was or may still think it is. And I will not lie, I was one of the people on this bandwagon at one point in time.
Hurry it up, will ya? We're hungry over here, look at us! My kids are the yellow guy! That's not how you're supposed to flip it.
That was until I had a realization maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I posted that video about Marvel Spider-Man 2 dedicated state of play. Spider-Man 2 had its own event of marketing itself, which we will get into that in a bit. But when I had this realization, it clicked and I realized why, my channel is taking off the way it has, and why my channel is growing, but also as well why they aren't exactly marketing the game themselves. So today we're going to be debunking, or not necessarily debunking, but I'm going to give my take on why Spider-Man 2's marketing is bad controversy and why I think the marketing for the game is actually pretty good. Could it have been a little better? Sure, maybe, but I think people have been looking at it from the wrong lens. So let's go over the history of Marvel Spider-Man 2's marketing so far at least, and analyze most of what we've gotten up until now. Quick shameless self-promo. Go check out my Marvel Spider-Man Remastered Part 9 video where we take down Electro, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion all in one video. We are getting close to the end of the main story, then moving to the DLC, then hopefully finish Miles in time to get ready for Spider-Man 2. So again, make sure to check it out after this video, top right corner. We initially got the reveal trailer in 2021 at the time I'm recording this. That's 2 years and a couple weeks ago. So 2 years and a couple weeks ago, the reveal trailer dropped. Everyone was excited. We analyzed as much as possible, and that got everyone super hyped for the game, of course. I mean, you had Peter, you had Miles, their new suits, Kraven the Hunter dialogue, Venom reveal. It was great. But then a few months goes by, no word. That's fine, we just got the trailer and all that, it's whatever. Then 2022 comes by, no major updates that I knew of anyway, considering I only started covering this game like literally about a year and like a month ago or something like that. Then finally we get to December of 2022, still no word on this game yet, and this is when people started to worry, and we're thinking, is the game delayed or something along the lines, canceled, whatever, does it even exist anymore? Nothing but complete radio silence. Then December 15th, 2022 comes, and we get a PlayStation blog post confirming the game will be releasing fall 2023. Before this, we had pretty much no new information, and even at this point, that was still a breadcrumb. Fast forward to February of this year, so right now 7 months ago. But at that point, it had been pretty much a year and a half since we had gotten the reveal trailer, and the only official things we had gotten, again, were the reveal trailer and as well the release date window of fall 2023. Then in February of 2023, 7 or maybe 8 months ago, right now depending on when this video is uploaded, we got the first major inside scoop from Jeff Grubb about when the PlayStation Showcase would come. And obviously, at the time this wasn't official, this was a rumor, but we all knew they had to show Marvel Spider-Man 2 at that, and over time he did change his words, but ultimately the closer we got, the more right he was. Then eventually 4 months later, May 24th, we finally get the PlayStation Showcase, and after an hour of boring shit no one cared about, most likely, we finally got the Kraven trailer and the gameplay set piece reveal for Spider-Man 2. So let's just stop there, go over why people think the marketing sucks, but then kind of go into why I think in a way it was actually good, but they also made up for it. So we initially got the reveal trailer, and yes, we did get radio silence for a full year and 8 months. That was probably the worst part of this game's development process as far as the marketing goes, and there's a very specific reason for that, which we will get into now. Well, technically 2 reasons, but yeah, we're gonna get into that. So let's take it back to the marketing of Marvel Spider-Man, and we're not gonna completely go into that. We're gonna briefly go over it because that would make this video longer than it needs to be. To put it quick, simple, The marketing for Marvel Spider-Man was very open and had a lot of communication. We could literally tweet at the devs and they would tell us stuff unless it was, meant to be a surprise or it was spoiler territory. They listened, they responded, even went as far as to add things into the game that we suggested or asked for, and sometimes even went as far as to show us beforehand when they absolutely did not need to do any of that. For example, we wanted the charge jump from Spider-Man 2. That's the most memorable thing I could remember everyone asking for, and they actually listened and ended up showing it in the game before the game released. We asked for the Raimi suit, we got the Raimi suit, even though that might not be as a good example because that was kind of controversial since they wanted it to be a surprise and likely were trying to get the rights and stuff because that is involved with movie suits and things of that nature. Nonetheless, the point is, during Marvel's Spider-Man, the marketing was great because they were very, very communicative, and I think the main reason for that was because they weren't entirely sure what they were doing was great or not. Obviously they had some confidence, but here's the thing, Spider-Man in general is a massive IP. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is, and then obviously we have like the whole Spider-Man community where there's people like you and me who are very likely huge Spider-Man nerds. The thing is though, Insomniac are Spider-Man fans just like us who read the comics, played the previous games, seen the movies, seen the TV shows, cartoons. They are just as much fans as we are. So if they knew they fucked shit up that bad, they would get shit for it. So they wanted to be open with us. Plus, they were allowed to at the time, considering they were not owned by Sony exclusively like they are now. Speaking of which, that is the second reason. So let's get a little bit into that. I did make a video talking about the pros and cons of Sony owning Insomniac a while ago. So I'm gonna, briefly reiterate some points I went across in that video. But in that video, I talked about how since Sony bought Insomniac are basically employees for Sony. So with that, Insomniac doesn't have free reign to market the game in any similar way they did the original Marvel Spider-Man. Everything Insomniac has done and will be doing since Sony bought them has to go through Sony. Sony approves it, then Insomniac can do it. And in a whole different other video, I go over why Call of Duty was not allowing Spider-Man 2 to be marketed, which again, that's a whole different crazy long story. But the point is, Insomniac just simply under contract and employment was not allowed to market this game unless Sony said so. Ultimately, if you really want to be angry about the marketing for Marvel Spider-Man 2 and blame somebody, blame Sony. Do not blame Insomniac because really, it isn't their fault. With that being said, let's get into why the marketing was actually pretty good overall. And obviously from here on out, this is my opinion. It's subjective. If you don't agree, that's totally okay. Comment why you disagree. But here's my realization and take on why the marketing for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is actually pretty good. Ever since the reveal trailer, there have been so many content creators, whether it be solo content creators like me, group content creators, even some news outlets reporting, theorizing, speculating about this game. Sony didn't really need to market too much because Spider-Man fans are fucking nerds. Like I said, let's be real here for a second, guys. We are Spider-Man addicts. Own it. We care very deeply about this character, its mythos, and everything surrounding it. So you can look at it two ways. One is, let's be for real here. Sony cheaped out on the marketing a little by going radio silent for almost 2 years. But at the same time, the content creators grew their channels, and as well, the supporters, the fans, whatever term you want to use, I prefer supporters, got great content, whether it be from Caboose, Evan Folarka, Comic Blast Keenan, Colin if you know him, and well, me, and many more. And great content is very subjective. You could love Caboose's content, maybe not like Evan's, or maybe you like Evan's and not Caboose's, or you could like both and not like me. You could like me and no one else. The thing is, ultimately, the more people talking about it, the better for the game and for the community and better for the studios. Because again, they already got people talking about the game and they only announced 1 or 2 official things, but ultimately it works out. And Sony even went as far to hold an event specifically for news outlets and big content creators and a couple small ones too, for them to come out to said event, play the game for a couple hours, which didn't happen very long ago, which again, ultimately that was a W move because it helps the bigger content creators, it helps the small content creators like me, and as well, again, it gives you guys good content. If you really look at it, they're helping the Spider-Man community. Not only are they giving us, from what it seems to be, and like from what we've seen so far, an amazing video game, they're also as well, giving us content from our favorite creators, big or small, and helping those big and small creators, essentially giving back to the community, which I think overall is very positive. For anybody who's marketing something, the entire point of marketing, generally speaking, is to get people talking about the product, to get people excited for the product, to ultimately get people to buy the product. And considering again, for multiple months, multiple content creators have been making videos on this game. Shit, I have, at the time I'm recording this video, including this video, 87 videos on Marvel Spider-Man 2 alone in 1 year. Other people have more, and there's multiple creators out there talking about this game. Again, news outlets too, but not only that, the PlayStation bundle and accessories are all sold out on pretty much every major retailer site. Surprisingly, the collector's edition, to my knowledge, has not yet sold out. To my knowledge, there's not any specific statistic that says how many pre-orders for the game have been placed. That would have been, you know, good to put in this video, but I haven't found anything like that. I don't think that exists yet, but I'm sure the number itself is up there. But yeah, so all in all, I think the marketing for this game objectively is not as bad as people are making it out to be. Again, considering the point of marketing is to get people to talk, get excited for, and buy the product, and more than just video game fans, Spider-Man fans, but the casuals know about this game and have highly likely purchased it or have plans to purchase the game. So what do you think of Marvel Spider-Man 2's marketing after hearing my take on it? Do you agree with my take or not so much? With that being said, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to comment your thoughts down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out every day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I usually try my best to cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for Spider-Man media, and whatever else I happen to be interested in. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. For more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you have had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.